FM sí ti wà ní dùnnú àtayọ̀ Ọlọ́run ó pọ̀ kò pọ̀ kẹ̀ ó pọ̀ 32 FM 94.9 à ń fẹ̀ nígbà gbogbo ayé.
Every day is another chance to do it all over again.
Get the best of starts on the break of dawn. 32 FM 94.9.
My head's so far away.
Mornings are for dreamers.
I'm a dreamer, yes, I'm a dreamer. Oh.
The break of dawn for champions. On 32 FM 94.9.
Right, it's great to have you join us. This is 32 FM 94.9. It's the morning of the 28th of March, 2026. We bring you the headlines out of the papers this morning. We'll also do the analysis of the headlines and take your reactions. My name is Kenny Durotilu. I have the pages of the Daily Trust, the Daily Post, the Punch newspaper, the Premium Times, the Guardian, the Vanguard, and the Tribune newspaper this morning. I'll start off from the Daily Trust. Major story: convention, Tinubu tightens grip on APC. El-Rufai leaves ICPC custody. Tinubu, I believe incredible opposition. Convention already took that. We'll take another one. Abuja set for third National Paris Sports Festival. Other headlines here out of the Daily Trust. Kano Deputy Governor resigns amid impeachment plot. APC delegates, journalists, tear gassed at convention entrance. El-Rufai loses mother. Why ASU is threatening another strike despite landmark agreement. Taking headlines from the Daily Trust now. Night fire got major timber market in Calabar. Kano Deputy Governor reportedly resigns. Tiger Woods involved in car crash. Other story: Southeast ADC creates grassroots mobilization team ahead of 2027 elections. We'll take some other ones here. APC convention, bury your hate, anger, Tinubu doing well. Senator Yari tells opposition party. 2027 election, Ogun PDP chieftain warns against imposition of governorship candidates. 2027 election timetable, INEC bows to pressure from political parties, makes adjustments. Turaki-led PDP moves to halt Wike's faction from holding national convention. APC Bauchi. Crisis deepens as reconciliation committee fails to resolve dispute. Some business-related stories out of the Daily Post. Naira continues appreciation against US dollar to end week on good note. Nigeria's foreign reserves deplete by $499.46 million in less than 2 weeks. Naira records appreciation against US dollar. Nigerian stock market sustains rally as investors gain 20 billion naira. Osun government approves appointment of Olanrewaju as Akire of Ikire, elevates new monarchs. Death, a debt humans owe. A mockery reacts to death of El-Rufai's mother. NSA Ribadu mourns death of Hajia Umar El-Rufai, mother of ex-Kaduna governor. State police imperative for national security development. Federal government declares. Human rights community in Akwa Ibom demands release of village head, alleges media trial. Islamic teacher jailed 15 years for killing minor in Taraba. Abia, 2 youths die in fatal truck motorcycle accident in Umaya. FRC recovers stolen car 11 years after theft in Benue. Oshu NSCDC arraigns 6 suspects for alleged assault on personnel. From the Punch newspaper now, major story, India clamps down on Nigerians. Federal government, Gencos disagree over electricity debt reconciliation. El-Rufai gets bail after mum's death. More stories from the Punch. Dangote refinery refutes listing reports, cautions public. WASE records 32.72% pass rate. Cash only inside Lagos Task Force extortion ring. It's a Saturday feature piece from the Punch newspaper. Wale Adenuga opens up why I fired, recalled Papa Jasko. It's a weekend starter feature there from the Punch as well. I can't cope with 14 children after my wife's death. Kano quintuplets father. Business stories out of the Punch. Federal government Gencos disagree over electricity debt reconciliation. Dangote refinery refutes listing reports. Government urge businesses to accelerate e-invoicing adoption. Politics out of the Punch. APC's good governance reducing opposition influence. Akpabio. Fubara kicks against suspension from APC. IPAC hails INEC's extension of party membership registration deadline. We're paying attention to blackouts. Tinubu assures Nigerians, I'm not in a position to oppose Tinubu's candidacy. OT. APC not seeking one-party state despite mass defections. Tinubu. Abbas urges APC to return committed lawmakers. APC governors Lord Tinubu's reforms seek unity at convention. Osun APC kicks as APP uses governorship candidate over credentials. From the Premium Times newspaper, ICPC set to release El-Rufai hours after mother's death. That's a major one there. Kano Deputy Governor resigns. WAEC releases 2026 results, records 32.7% pass rate. 8,453 delegates converge on Abuja as APC holds national convention. U.S.-Israel-Iran war, day 28. Israel's military could collapse. Top officials warn. Donor reliance, insufficient materials after nutrition programs in Nigeria's North Central. 2027 elections, INEC extends deadline for parties' membership registers, adjusts timetable. ECOWAS court unveils 5-year strategic plan. Tinubu Ribadu commiserate with El-Rufai over mother's death. ICPC set to release El-Rufai hours after mother's death. CBN appeals against judgment nullifying Union Bank takeover. Uba Sani condoles El-Rufai over mother's death. 2027 PDP will be on the ballot. Turaki assures members, supporters. Kano Deputy Governor resigns. Other headlines from the Premium Times. Petrocam asks court to reverse account freeze in 9 billion naira debt dispute with Zenith Bank. Deputy Speaker rallies support group to deepen grassroots push for renewed hope agenda. Suspension. Court orders ADC ward executive to serve King Gibe by substituted means. Appeal court president seeks elevation of NJI to a university. APC National Convention, we have met our funding target. Official. Ondo to establish mobile court to prosecute traffic offences. Official. All right, taking headlines from the Guardian newspaper now. Kano Deputy Governor escapes impeachment, tenders resignation. Umahi, Tinubu's second term key to Bodo Boni phase 2 delivery. Elsewhere, so many reasons to step out. Your weekend guide, it's a piece out of the Guardian. We'll take some other ones. Federal government development partners adopt unified framework to coordinate humanitarian response. Gani Adams seeks strategic investment in Ulumo Festival to boost economy. Nigeria-UK forge creative economy partnership ahead of 2028 season of culture. APC convention reflects growing support for Tinubu's 2027 bid. Ugono. ADC accuses APC of tolerating criminality. Mockery disputes report says Nigeria's debt hit $113 billion before Tinubu took office. Telecom expansion must deliver value to people, says Tijani. All right, we'll move over to the Vanguard newspaper now. Major story out of Vanguard. El-Rufai released from ICPC custody. Israel hits Iran nuclear sites as Washington trails end to war. Abuja grounded as APC holds convention. Police soldiers bar journalists. Elsewhere, Delta police arrests 270 plus suspects, seize drugs in Warri and Ughelli. Olukoyede hails UNODC's focus on anti-corruption, illicit financial flows. Why True Wellness demands feminism by Tochi Okafor. APC convention, Ben Mboye replaces Eneuku as deputy national chair. NFF succumbs to pressure, proposes reforms. Other stories here. APC's closed consensus capsule by Emmanuel Aziken. Some politics out of the Punch. 2027 support for Tinubu ignites fresh rumbles in PDP. Tension, chaos trails APC convention as journalists fight for access tags. PDP Turaki, NWC does not exist. Convention will hold Wike camp. Some stories from the Vanguard Metro pages. This one says apprehension in Kogi Poly as lecturer dies in class. Traffic congestion, the haunting nightmare on Abuja Airport Road. Southern Ijo in chaos as alleged rapist of minor dies during flogging. Tragedy of Benue's forced relocation. Armed miners launch attacks, seize farmlands. Alright, I'll take some headlines out of the Tribune newspaper now. PDP crisis, Turaki-led faction files appeal at Supreme Court. INEC extends submission of party membership register to May 10. Kano Deputy Governor resigns. APC convention, federal government closes roads, orders workers to work from home. Osun government appoints new Akire of Ikire. Unilag denied me admission on age grounds. Then I ended up studying in Nigeria's best university, David Fetuga. Landmark second overall best graduating student. APC convention, federal government already took that. I'll take another one. Lagos sanitation revival sparks divided reactions as government reintroduces monthly exercise. All right, we'll bring you some of the details of the stories. This one from the Daily Trust. Convention, Tinubu tightens grip on APC. With the commencement of the All Progressives Congress APC National Convention on Friday, it's becoming glaring that the stage is being set for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to have a firmer grip on the party ahead of the forthcoming primaries. I believe this is a piece by Andrew Gbese and Hussein Yahaya. For more details, you find that in the pages of the Daily Trust. El-Rufai leaves ICPC custody. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, has released Malam Nasser El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State. El-Rufai has been in ICPC custody since February 19, 2026. He was arrested after leaving custody of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, where he was grilled for 48 hours. The ICPC had arraigned him on a 10-count charge bordering on alleged conversion of public property and money laundering. He was arraigned before a federal high court in Kaduna, which adjourned his application for bail till March 31. But hours after his mother died in Cairo, Egypt, the anti-graft agency freed the former governor, who has denied all the allegations leveled against him. An ally of El-Rufai confirmed his release to Daily Trust, but did not go into details. Bashir El-Rufai, the former governor's son, also confirmed that his father had been set free. The headline from the Daily Trust: El-Rufai leaves ICPC custody. From the Daily Post, you find this headline: APC convention, bury your hate, anger. Tinubu doing well. Senator Yari tells opposition party. That's the headline there. Let's connect with Austin Udumu for the analysis this morning. Austin, good morning. It's great to have you join us.
Good morning, Kenny, and thank you for having me.
All right, let's get into the stories this morning. Quite a number of them. Let's start off with this one from the Daily Trust. I just gave the details. El-Rufai leaves ICPC custody. What do you make of that particular one? His release. Some have said that he was being humiliated, and the promptness with which he was released after news of his mother's death shows that this was a humiliation and he should have been released earlier, according to some analysts.
Yeah, I think the bottom line is that he has been released. We have established this from the day one, that nobody is bigger than the law. Nobody is above the law. And we all also have established the fact that some of the utterances that El-Rufai keep making because he's politically aggrieved, even as a sitting governor, he couldn't tolerate that from opposing views, opposing voices. Having said all of that, I think the major thing is for the rule of law to be followed. Was he detained according to the rule of law? If the ICPC is able to establish that, because the report I have is that a court order was obtained to keep him for some more time. If they actually did that, which means it's within the law. Now the mother died, perhaps it coincided with his release from custody. It does not mean that the case is disposed of. It means that, he could go for now, and anytime they need him, he could also be invited subsequently. Now, another narrative is this. The mother died. He was released. People said, why should he be released? Why is it that it is when the mother died? This was the same issue Buhari had with IBB. Buhari was incarcerated. The mother died. IBB even refused him to pay last respect to the mother. So most of the time, I don't really what we want as a people. If now the mother died, is going to be buried according to Islamic rites. The mother died outside Nigeria. It will be flown back into the country and will be buried almost immediately. If El-Rufai is still being held and his mother is buried in his absence, it will also be another narrative in media houses, on pages of newspaper, in TV studio, and on paper review. So the issue is that, did ICPC follow the law? If they are able to establish the fact that the law was followed, I think nobody should be above the law. Whoever that has a case to answer should defend themselves. That has been my stand from the one. Whether you are in APC, whether you are in PDP, after us, looting of our treasury does not know political party. Those who destroy our economy, they have been from one party to the other. So that is my take on that. If he has been released, why did ICPC release him? He has met his bail condition. If that is the case, so be it. His mother died. He needs to go and bury his mother, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance. Whether yesterday was supposed to be the day that they are going to release him before the news of his mother, or the news of his mother's death necessitated his release from custody, the bottom line is that he has been released. Is he supposed to stand trial? Yes. Is he bigger than the law? People, we should stop deceiving ourselves. People should not hide under political differences. If they have committed infraction, they say, they belong to another party now, so they can do whatever they are doing. Another party since when? I heard Malami the other day when it was released. He said he was calling on Nigeria to join him to build Nigeria. Malami was calling on Nigerians to join him to build a desirable Nigeria. A desirable Nigeria that he could not give us 8 years as the #1 minister. So all of these are just by the way. But the truth of the matter is that those who are culpable, let them be investigated, let them be put on trial. Those that are in government today, maybe because of where they belong to, they are not being tried. Don't worry, Kenny. Their own day of judgment will come too. One day, the long arm of the law will catch up with them. Those who have destroyed our country, economically and otherwise. That is my take.
All right, we'll take another headline. Tinubu knocks opposition. Stop twisting Electoral Act over politics. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Friday took a direct swipe at opposition parties, excuse me, accusing them of deliberately misrepresenting the Electoral Act for political advantage, even as he reaffirmed his administration's commitment to democratic principles and credible elections. Quote from him, while we welcome criticism, the constant attacks by opposition groups on the Electoral Act 2026 are a disservice to the Nigerian people. He said before the party delegates at the Eagle Square. Your thoughts on that, also?
Yeah, the president is a politician, so he's trying to play politics. I'm not always surprised when politicians play politics. It is some people that are always disappointed when politicians play politics. These are not men of God. These are not clergymen. They are not pastors. They are not imams. Their calling primarily is to play politics. So the president used the occasion of the opening of their convention to take a swipe at the opposition, because the opposition has failed the people of the country. Nobody has said anything new. The only conspiracy theory that we have out there is that Tinubu must go. It's anti-Tinubu tendency. Nobody has said this is how we are going to fix the economy. Nigerians have been suffering. Nobody has said that this is how we are going to fix the country. Some people just came together because they are currently out of power. They said they want to rescue the country. 2027 is around the corner, so it's going to be particularly interesting. So the president, just like the opposition will do at any gathering, they throw jibe at the federal government. So you know the president is also very good at that. In short, he's a master when it comes to that. So he's also throwing it at them. And something also happened that yesterday. INEC incidentally announced a waiver for political party timeline to submit their membership registration to INEC. I think that is a very good one, because the narrative from the opposition before was that the ruling party orchestrated that through INEC to disenfranchise them and to ensure that they don't get their heart together. A lot of people raised concern that the time was too short. Now INEC has been able to come up that, we are going to extend the timeline. So for me, it's a good one. Let political party, because of the new time given to them, they should be able to use that to put their heart in order. Because when this electoral act was signed, the opposition make it look as if the saying that says that a lazy man blames his tools. There are a lot more than the electoral act. Go to the field, go and mobilize people. Look at the issue of real-time transmission, for example. They made it look as if without real-time, the election can never hold. Of course, I'm not surprised, because at every pre-election year, this debate always come up. Because when a new electoral act is signed into law, people will cast aspersion on the new electoral act, especially the opposition element. They will make it look as if there could be an electoral act that will make them to even win election without even going to the ballot. So INEC has extended the time. The president has taken a swipe at opposition. Like I told you, I'm not surprised. He's a president, he's a politician, he's doing what he knows how to do best. After us, these other guys too, they also look for every opportunity, whether rightly or wrongly, to also criticize the president. So we are going to see more of that in the days ahead as we think towards the 2027 national election.
All right, there's this headline here from the Vanguard. Israel hits Iran nuclear sites as Washington trails end to war. U.S.-Israeli strikes hit 2 Iranian nuclear facilities on Friday as America's top diplomat left a meeting with his G7 counterparts to declare that Washington expects its military operation to prove victorious within a couple of weeks. We also had a report that Brent crude closed at about $113 per barrel yesterday. Austin, the war it looks like it's set to continue. What options should government be looking at to limit the high cost of goods and services, especially as it seems that it's all about politics towards 2027 that is top of mind, for a lot of politicians right now?
Yeah, apart from the issue of politics, the Middle East crisis is a major economic crisis across the globe. And I think Nigeria should also look at it vis-a-vis our current peculiarity. Gas prices, energy prices have skyrocketed as the war started. Yeah, it affects a lot of countries. There is a narrative that, maybe the problem is more in Nigeria. It's not true. It's across the world. Some advanced countries are even paying through their noses, their citizens, for gasoline, for example. However, we have advised the government on this platform. There's a way you can cushion the effect. You can't continue to allow market forces to determine the price, especially the pump price, because the element or tendency or the components of market forces is that an ideal market situation, a stabilized market, a market that is stable, that is not volatile, that is a market that you can allow to determine some prices in terms of goods and services. But this is a distorted market. It's a disrupted market already. It is no longer business as usual because the market is volatile in direct reaction to the crisis in the Middle East. Now, Israel is still launching missiles. On the other hand, America is trying to look for a kind of negotiation to a ceasefire. Of course, Iran is not favorably disposed to that yet. They also want to come up with their condition. 2 days ago, I took it up with you, Kenny. What has the world gained as a result of this crisis? As far as I'm concerned, the world has gained nothing. In my view, it is economic turbulence that the world has gained. The only person probably that may have gained in this war is Donald Trump because he threatened Iran and he made good his threat. These people, they are still launching counter-attack. I said it the other time. They are not just like a harmless country, defeated country. These are people who have made up their mind that no matter the situation, they are going to stand on their feet. The number of missiles US and Israel launched at the first 2 days of this war, you and I would have believed that there wouldn't have been Iran anymore because it was so catastrophic. Most of their top military commanders, top military leaders, including the leader of the country, was murdered in cold blood as a result of those attacks. But the situation is not abating. We were in a conference yesterday. I was telling my people, I said, see, the war may not end. We can manage the war because the current crop of leaders that are emerging in Iran, they are even more deadly than those that we thought had been killed. Because those that we thought have been killed, they are older, they belong to the older generation, they plot the scheme. Those that are taking over now are the foot soldiers. They are the one in charge of operation. So for me, whatever that can help us to achieve peace as far as that is concerned, let us pursue it. But it's unfortunate that we go into a war that destabilizes the economy of the whole world without major substantial gain. We have been able to decimate some of their nuclear sites, fine, but they are also launching attack, which means that they can't just go down just like that. Then coming back home, I think the federal government should look for a way to cushion the effects. Let's look for a way to cushion the effects. Let's peg it down. You just talked about the price of Brent crude now.
Right.
The crisis is also, on the other hand, making more money for the government in terms of crude price. So when you make more money, you should use those excess, because we are going to have tremendous excess crude, because we are going to have the excess crude account is going to show up as a result of the differential between the budgetary benchmark and the actual price. So government can leverage on that to cushion the effect. For people that are working, it could be like salary augmentation, like what the government has done before. I learned that some states have started doing that, 10,000 to augment. That is still small. Of course, it's still better than nothing. So let people come on board. You can also ensure that people don't go to work every day, like the system we ran during the COVID-19. People can also do some work virtually, because it's eating deep into the finances of people, the cost of petroleum products. So whatever, I learned that the president met with Dangote. I think as a result of that, Dangote reduced the depot price by about 75 naira. But most of the time is that when those prices are reduced, we hardly feel the impact. But when those prices skyrocket, almost immediately we'll feel the impact. So let government not rest until this issue is sorted. There is nothing we can do about it. It's an external factor. It's a factor that is not controllable, but we can ensure that we bridge the gap so that our people do not suffer. Because a lot of Nigerians on the street, they don't really understand that how can they be fighting in Iran, and we find it difficult we can't afford PMS in our own country. Are we Iran? Are we Israel? Are we US? A lot of people cannot understand that economic theory. Right. So for them to understand, you must moderate the price of our PMS. That's my take on that.
All right, governors elected on the platform of the APC commended President Bola Tinubu's reform agenda, while calling for greater unity and discipline within the party to strengthen its position ahead of future elections. Chairman of the APC Progressives Governors Forum, Hope Uzodinma, said on behalf of their colleagues on Friday at the party's 8th National Convention that Tinubu's reforms are delivering positive results. What's your reaction?
Yeah, no doubt. In terms of macroeconomic outlook, the reforms are yielding fruit, except we want to deceive ourselves. A lot of people don't want us to talk about this, but we'll continue to talk about it. If we have excess balance of payment, balance of trade, you can't expect us not to talk about it. If we have increased foreign reserve, you can't expect us not to talk about it. Oh, how does that affect the life of the common man? That is the work of the government. That is what the government need to do. When it was low too, it didn't affect. It didn't affect when it was low. We talk about it. So if something is abysmally bad within the system, it is our right to talk about it and put government on their toe. If certain things improve, let us not also pretend as if it didn't happen. So in terms of reform, in terms of the economy, I think a lot of things are taking shape, not in the immediate, because people are not feeling the impact. That's the problem. People are not feeling the impact. That is why good governance is very germane and strategic. If there is a bad governance today, you may not even feel the impact until after some time. So if there is good governance today, you may not also feel the impact until after some time. So the reforms are doing well. CBN, for example, is doing fantastically well on one hand. But how will the government be able to translate this reform? Because an average person on the street that are listening to us this morning, they will find it difficult to believe that this reform are yielding fruit. Right. How would they believe? It is when it affects their pockets, when their purchasing power becomes stronger again. That is the only thing. Okay, what is the essence of improved economy on paper when an average Nigerian cannot feed? You know? Right. So government should look for a way. Right. I think the monetary aspect is looking very green. The fiscal aspect, I think the government should look for a way to balance it up so that people will feel the impact. Right, until and unless people feel the impact in terms of affordability of goods and services, nobody will believe that the government has done any reform. All right. That is the truth.
Okay, we have to go on a commercial now. When we come back, we are opening the phone lines, taking your reactions to the stories this morning. Do stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Here you go, dear.
Mom, you didn't add milk.
No need to. Taste it and see why.
Wow, but how?
Is it milky?
Yes.
Is it creamy?
Yes.
That's Milo 3-in-1 milky and creamy for you. It's so milky. I don't need to add more milk.
I love it, Mommy.
Give your kids Milo 3-in-1, milky and creamy. It's truly milky. It contains calcium to help your champ win every day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! Dangote salt give food ogbonge taste. Plus, it carry the Dangote name wey I trust. My people, time don reach to shine eye when you reach your salt too. Dangote salt. Choose quality. Choose Dangote salt.
Ẹ̀yin fans mi.
It's okay.
Ẹ lọ sórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ní 32 FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ àsáàpù.
It's okay.
Jẹ́ nínú ẹ̀bùn owó tó lé ní 80 million naira àtàwọn ẹ̀bùn míì tó jojú ní gbèsè nínú ìdíje Golden Hunt promo yìí.
Bóyá kí wọ́n ṣe ìkéde yìí mọ́ rárá. Pàápàá tó tún ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn owó tó jẹ́ 80 million naira àti ẹ̀bùn mìíràn tí wọ́n tún mẹ́nu bà.
Kí ló dé tó fi sọ bẹ́ẹ̀?
Nítorí pé ìyá mi nìkan ti tó láti wádìí ẹ̀ tó tún lọ́rọ̀ owó tó jẹ́ 80 million naira nínú.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí ìṣàwárí náà bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ ṣáà ti ra yálà òdiwọ̀n 30 gram àti 45 gram Golden Mon Golden Hunt tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́. Ẹ yẹnu rẹ̀ wò fún nọ́mbà àrà ọ̀tọ̀ kan kí ẹ sì tẹ *8011*1# kẹ́lẹ̀ ní àǹfààní àti jẹ̀bù ńlá. Promo parí ní April 15, 2026. Golden Mon jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọjọ́ ó dàbí wúrà.
Ṣadé kù sí ọkọ mi. Mo bí yàrá ìgbàlejò mi àti yàrá ìdáná mi ṣe mọ́ tí wọ́n dàbí tuntun.
Màámi.
Ṣùgbọ́n dúró náà, ó ṣe fi hypo nu ilẹ̀ àti tábìlì pẹ̀lú àwọn ibi tá a ti ń dáná yìí.
Hypo kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí kì í gbà lẹ́rọ̀. Torí náà làwa náà ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ máa pèsè ààbò lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú hypo.
Má gbà fáwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí, dáàbò bo ilé rẹ pẹ̀lú hypo.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM 94.9, the antidote to depression.
All right, 0705 5949, 0809 7949, 0906 2949. Those are the numbers to be a part of the Papers Review this morning. Let's have your thoughts on the headlines this morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Austin, good morning. First, on 𝐿5 issue, Austin, I hope you know there is a court adjourned to 31st for the issue of his bail. That is actually why people now thought, how come they hastily now had to grant him the bail when there is actually March 31st issue that will be talked about on his bail. I think actually that is actually where it looks a bit suspicious. If they knew they could do it, why didn't they do it all those while? That's the first question on that very issue of 𝐿5. Then, please, on the issue of the way they are bundling up all these issues, they end up losing cases. I read something about it yesterday over the issue of the other woman that had 2.5 billion and she was asked to go. I didn't know also trying to bundle it. And on INEC, Austin, a party actually went to court and they asked INEC to grant this issue. How come it until they go to court before INEC will now do such things? These are questions we need to ask. Good morning, Bizo.
All right, okay, thank you very much for your time. Okay, 0705 5949 0906 2949 0809 7949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. This is Prince Bome Adifusi calling from Apata.
All right, good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
It is good to know that Dangote reduced fuel pump price just 75 naira. This can never have effect at all because the prices of commodities, the prices of transportation will still remain the same again. Will still remain the same rather because if it is 200 naira or 300 naira you remove, it's something, but 75 naira, 80 naira, that one is a child's play to me. So you should see, this government is, Dangote is a businessman, and this government is not ready to ease the burden of the people at all. All what they've been reducing is 45, 50, now 75. You see, this government must be serious with people. You see, when you are telling us that we should let the poor breathe, let the people breathe, you should be patient. I know your pains. Do you know our pains? If you really know our pains, the prices of weapon parts will not go up like this. No. So this government don't have any plans for Nigerians at all. That is why some people will say, oh, nothing can come out from the Nazareth of this government, APC. Good morning.
Thank you very much. 0705 5949 0906 2949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. Your name, please.
This is Miriam from Madrid. Hello?
All right, Miriam, go ahead. We can hear you.
On the issue of electricity, we all know that it contributes to the stable economy. But in Nigeria, what we are facing is blackouts in some areas. No wonder growth and development seems so hard to achieve. Well, I'm only urge the minister to please work on it ASAP because we cannot continue like this. This is affecting individuals and businesses already. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. 0705 5949 0906 2949. We're also live on Facebook. That's 32FM 949 Ibadan Facebook. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Honorable Kenny.
Good morning.
This is Benga Mario. Good morning. Benga Mario calling from Apata.
Good morning, Benga.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I think on the issue of Erufai, I personally commiserate with Erufai on the demise of his mother. But the question I want to ask is this. Immediately he learned that his mother was dead. Now she was let off the hook. Now, that signifies that the period that he has been in detention, that it seemed as if he was being terrified. It seemed as if he was being unlawfully detained. Because why could you just release someone just like that and let him off the hook just because his mother died? There's a lot of suspicious move on his release. And lastly, on the issue of the APC convention, on the issue of the Central General deducted by Dangote, I think to Dangote is the money for him because it's going to be Central General on each on the liter of the PMS, but it does not translate to better living for we Nigerians. But one of the days when the fuel was sold for 7 naira, and Buhari was campaigning that they wanted to ousted Jonathan because fuel was sold for 87 naira. That was back then, and Nigeria were crying. And today you are buying fuel for 1,325 naira. So the 75 naira deduction is nothing to Nigeria. We want to buy fuel for 500 naira per liter. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Right, thank you very much, Benga Mario. I'll take this one. Hello, good morning. Okay, please try and call us back. 0705 5949 0906 2949. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ade from UI.
Okay, Ade, please switch off your radio. I can hear myself.
I'll quit the place now. I want to sympathize with Erufai on the demise of his mother. And I follow the saying his detention is not about corruption. is about a political. It's a political prisoner, the one that we don't have during about your time. I remember during about just campaign that this jingle, they're saying that no political prisoner again. So that is we have made mistake, serious one in 2015. Is what it is, but that's not even where I'm going, my brother. Finally, I don't know if Nigerians have seen the money because of their tickets, various tickets. So, how your children, the poor that you are supporting these people, that is in UI, graduates, how are they going to defeat? How are they going to get tickets to buy this form, if not Tinubu's son and Wike's son? So this situation, my people, Nigeria has gone like 200 years, 250 years backward under this present government. So as we are preparing for election, get your PVC. If this is make election difficult, advocate that the election be suspended for 6 months and let everything be restructured and then recover Nigeria back from the hand of these people. Because Nigeria must be in the right hands. How can you be saying you'll be depending on Dangote in a country?
All right,
if
thank you very much.
Dangote doesn't mean that will not live.
Thank
Let's
you.
get Nigeria into the hand of an intelligent person.
All right. Thank you very much. 0705 0906 200949. Those are the numbers to call. I'll take this one. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. We can hear you. Your name, please.
Yes, Ruth calling from Alakia.
All right. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. You know, since APC came to power, Nigerians have faced severe hardship with no clear hope of improvement. So I'll just urge the federal government to review its fair policies and take real action to fix the worsening economy, because we can't continue like this. So many things seems not to be working again, and the common man cannot even perform his daily activities again. They should please act fast, because we can't continue like this, which I will keep calling on the opposition party. They should please set aside their differences. They should come together for the national interest of the people now. We can't continue like this. They should please do the needful on time. Good morning.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Honorable Kenny.
Good morning.
Happy last weekend of the month.
Yes, same to you too.
I sympathize with what really happened to 𝐒𝐈𝐒. So I'm sure calling from now. So like the last caller said, see, our destiny is in our hands. And what is that? What is that thing? That thing is the PVC. So if truly you are tired of what you are facing in this country with different compounded problems, that means we need to do the right thing on election day. But it's only in my person we continue doing the same thing as I said, different results. If truly we want different results on election day, we need to ignore those people that give you rice, 1 Congo of rice, even car transfer to induce you to vote for them, especially the APC. So don't allow anybody to use money to induce you on election day. So vote according to your conscience without religious sentiment, even ethnicity. And you'll about to say something, as you may be or can't know. Even if someone is from your own tribe, don't look that a factor to vote for him. That's my own submission. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. 0705 500949 0906 200949. Those are the numbers. I'll take one message from Facebook. Buluwatife Ademijiwon says Senator Yari must be a joker. How on earth is Mr. President doing well when nothing seems to be working? What Nigerians are facing are different shades of insecurity, a poor economy, epileptic power supply, hunger, and many more. Why can't these people praising Mr. President speak the truth to him? Maybe he'll see the harm he's caused Nigerians and right his wrongs, since there's still enough time. All right. Once again, the phone line 0705 500949, 0906 200949, and 0809 700949. Austin, I'd like you to react to this story out of the Punch. India clamps down on Nigerians. It's a report about some Nigerians in India having raised alarm over what they described as increased racial profiling and brutalization by the Indian police. They've lamented visa regularization challenges and high renewal fees, which they say had made life unbearable in the country. Some Nigerian students allegedly were physically assaulted, and they reported to the authorities, and nothing has changed since that report was made. NANS recently staged a peaceful protest at the Indian High Commission in Abuja over what was described as alarming reports of inhumane treatment of Nigerian students in India. What do you make of this, the supposed unfair treatment of Indian students? I should add, there's a particular part of the report I found interesting. Nigerians paying the highest amount for visa renewal in India, about 10,000 rupees. We hear that Zimbabweans do not pay at all. Ghanaians pay 500 rupees. What do you think is going on here, Austin?
Yeah, it's a diplomatic issue, so we expect the federal government to address the issue diplomatically. I know that the cost of visa renewal has gone up, even in US, in Canada, even in the UK. If it's as a result of just ordinary inflation, well, that is debatable. If it's deliberately orchestrated just to work against Nigerians, the government should take it up at the level of diplomatic relation. Then a caller said it was court that said INEC should extend the time. I think the caller need to cite the court judgment, and you also need to tell us the party that went to court, because INEC had meeting with political party, and political party pleaded with INEC, and they extended that. That is the information we have. You can also do well to put out your own information. I have also said that when we talk about rule of law, don't let us be talking about Obasanjo. Honestly, somebody is saying that no political prisoner under Obasanjo. Have you forgotten assassination under Obasanjo? Have you forgotten removal of governors under Obasanjo? Have you forgotten the issue of plane crashes under Obasanjo? What has Obasanjo done according to the rule of law? Please, if we want to argue intellectually, let us remove Obasanjo out of it. He did a lot of atrocities, so today is not a time for Obasanjo. So please, let us not say because we are suffering today. Then somebody also talked about 75 naira. 75 naira means a lot to a businessman, that's the truth. But the question we are asking is that if Dangote has added 75 naira, won't there be impact in market prices? That's the issue. But we have always had this issue. When there is reduction, we will not feel it. But once there is little increment, even if it is 10 naira that is increment, the woman selling market will tell you that, fuel has increased. That is the point that we are making. 75 naira may not be enough, but it's a whole lot too for a businessman. So we are appealing to the government to reduce the price, to look for a way to reduce the price. If you pay subsidy at this time because of the crisis, for me, there's nothing wrong in it. That's my view.
All right, thank you very much, Austin, for your analysis this morning. We do appreciate you, sir. The Papers Review returns on Monday. That's at 6:30.
Thank you, Kenny.
AM, yeah, Austin. We return on Monday, 6:30 AM for the Papers Review. You want to join us then. Thank you for listening. My name is Kenny Durutilu. Good morning.